In this video, you're in for a treat because I'm bringing you around some of the best restaurants in New York. We're going to be trying out absolutely everything you can have there. Let's get right into it. We are now back in Manhattan to visit the one and only famous Katz Delicatessen. We are starting off with the Katz IPA to go with our pastrami sandwich. You go over to the cutter and you'll get some pastrami sandwiches. Thank you. Here we have our Katz Deli sandwich with the Katz IPA and some pickles. It's very nice, very thickly sliced pastrami. This is brilliant. Massive sandwich. So much pastrami, the pastrami's falling out of the sandwich. Really get this historic vibe. Katz Deli is really one of the most famous delis, perhaps the most famous deli in the world, and is established 2 years after the Statue of Liberty. Now that we have indeed finished our lunch at Katz Deli, what are our thoughts? I think it was a very good meal. It was very surprisingly very good. As for a touristy restaurant, you know, I was really enjoyed the experience. It was really nice to line up, get the extra slice of pastrami as you're waiting for them to make it. It's a very good experience in general. I'll highly recommend you to come here. Now, how is the pastrami? Pastrami was really wonderful, which is why you get a pastrami sandwich. You're testing the quality of the pastrami. Very, very nice. Very thick slices. You actually get to taste and feel the texture of the salami. However, if I was to give any criticism, I would say that the bread was quite easy to fall apart. It could barely hold the pastrami in place. I was eating the sandwich and then the bread, my fingers would go straight through the pastrami, which arguably could have been better. We are now heading to the second pastrami sandwich shop, Sarge's Delicatessen, to see how it's like. The vibe is a bit different from Katz. It's off with 2 types of pickle and coleslaw. Absolutely freezing outside, so I decided to go for a half soup and half pastrami sandwich. You have a very nice broth with the bowl, as well as some meat on the inside of this dumpling. Here we have the pastrami sandwich, which doesn't have any mustard on the inside, unlike Katz. Absolutely freezing, so I'll make it quick. It was a really nice meal. The soup actually stood out more than the pastrami sandwich. I mean, the dumpling and the bowl was just absolutely wonderful. Really, really enjoyed it. Worked so well together. And the pastrami sandwich was really nice. You know, the thinly sliced beef made it really melt and fall apart in your mouth, even more so than the one at Katz. Though I think it comes down to really personal preference. With Katz, you got, I suppose, a more meaty feel, whereas this was just a bit lighter. It was a lighter sandwich in general. Second full day in New York, and today we are starting off, before we go fishing, at Gray's Papaya. Nothing more unique and iconic about New York City than hot dog, so I am totally looking forward to this. Quite packed inside, so we're just going to enjoy the hot dog on the outside in the blue weather. Absolutely beautiful. One of the best hot dogs I've had in my life, if not even the best. It is very chilly, it's 3 degrees, despite the sun being out. Nonetheless, it is absolutely beautiful. We're sitting with a scene of lower downtown Manhattan on these rocks with our papaya juice from Gray's Papaya. So nice, quite sweet. Oh, but man, what a beautiful way to start the day. We are currently in Greenwich Village to explore some of the famous pizza restaurants and just walk around. First place we're going to, we are stopping by Joe's Famous Pizza. This is indeed the classic pizza. Let's see how it is. Cheesy, crispy, just what you expect. Greenwich really has a small town vibe of coffee shops, of restaurants. We have now arrived at Bleecker's Street Pizza for our second pizza of the day. We have them making the pizzas and the slices over there. Here is the famous Nonna Maria pizza. Now leaving Bleecker Street Pizza behind us. What a pizza. If I said that The first one, pizza, Joe's Pizza, was the crispiest pizza I've ever had. That blows it out of the water, even more crispy. Crazy stuff, really enjoyed it. Pulling up at our next pizza joint, Mama's 2. Collection of pizzas. Shop. Famous cacio e pepe. That was very enjoyable, but also very heavy. However, that's kind of just a choice of pizzas. What do you expect when you get 4 cheeses? Now we have John's of Bleecker Street. Here our pizza has arrived, half of the classic and a Jimmy Gambino. Absolutely massive pizza. Can't wait to try to finish the whole thing ourselves. That was some very nice pizza. The pepper was fresh, which gave it a very new type of flavour on a pizza I've never really had before. I have to say it wasn't as crispy as the other ones, and it also kind of fell apart when you were trying to pick it up. But it was still a very nice pizza nonetheless. We spent the morning enjoying the facilities at the New York Athletic Club, and now we're heading to Blue Ribbon Sushi for what my friend says is the best fried chicken in town. Quite a nice setting. The miso comes separately from the soup, which is quite cool. You're meant to mix it in. We have some natto rolls, which are some fermented beans. This looks absolutely brilliant. The most expensive fried chicken I've had in my life. But let us see whether it's good enough. So crispy. Really one of the best fried chickens ever. We are now going to the Hot Dog King outside the Met, quite a famous hot dog joint. Really nice place to people watch actually while we're enjoying our hot dog on the steps of the Met. We now have Apollo Bagels. This is a famous bagel shop in New York. We have what allegedly is the world's best orange juice. Very nice. We have our salmon with the everything bagel. I have to say that's probably the best bagels I've had in my life. The bagel is crispy, everything bagel brilliant, and the orange juice very fresh and sweet. We're now going to go to a park and actually properly enjoy them. We are now heading to Keens Chop House or Steakhouse for the famous mutton chop. Nice decor with all the famous pipes on the ceiling. We are starting off with the house salad. Here we have a famous mutton chop with a homemade mint jelly. This looks absolutely stunning. I've never had mutton before, but this looks absolutely brilliant. You rarely have mutton chops at restaurants, so this is going to be quite exciting. Doesn't disappoint, that was absolutely brilliant. Very, very good. That mint sauce is so fresh and goes perfectly with the lamb. Really well cooked to medium. New York cheesecake. That was absolutely brilliant. You very rarely have mutton, but that was so good. Can't put into words how enjoyable that meal was. Probably actually the best meal so far in New York. That and maybe some of the pizzas, but that was very, very special. Really enjoyed it. We've gone into Magnolia Bakery for a banana pudding. We are now back in Central Park to find a spot to enjoy our pudding. We have found a Dwayne The Rock Johnson to sit on to enjoy our banana pudding. I've now made a bit of a miscalculation. I have my banana pudding, but I don't have a spoon to eat it. So I think I'm going to use this lid as a spoon to try to eat this banana pudding. My friend is right. This is indeed one of the best, actually probably the best banana pudding I've had in my life. Not that I think I've had a banana pudding before, but it's just so nice. Now that we've finished this banana pudding, time to gear up, kit up, and spend our last 2 hours of fishing in Central Park. Hopefully we get a bass. We are trying Taco Bell for the first time. Interesting.